Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for the finale of Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue, for every system other than Game Boy Color, because that game is different. It's a 2D side-scroller, not the same game. That's a funny topic to get into later, isn't it? I don't know why I decided to mention that now, but it's like the only weird one. In fact, it's got different box art. Just wanted to mention that. In the last episode, we went back with Utility Buzz to the alleys and gullies, as well as Al's Toy Barn, basically backtracking in order to gather the missing birds, as well as take out the Clown Top boss at the top of the alleys and gullies, as well as, you know, show up Papa Bird because he was putting his children in an egg, which also had a Pizza Planet token. Why would you do that, you weird man? Anyway, speaking of chicken men, Al is no longer a problem. He's caused the problem. The Roundup gang is on the plane. We need to catch that plane. Their search even takes them out onto the runway. Tarmac trouble, we're on to the airstrip. This level is huge, and I've turned down the sound effects in between loading the file up again, because you're going to be hearing those turbines spin for the entirety of this level. It is not pleasant. And I'm not going to grab every single coin in this level, mainly because they're going to be a pain to find. Do you notice that these coins are just popping into existence? That was close. I almost got run over. You do not want that happening. But yeah, I will be grabbing as many coins as I can along the way, just so I, you know, have the coinage. And rocket boots are spread throughout the level just to help with navigation, because this area is so wide. It's probably the biggest open area of the game. Also a central hub, because like this plane is going in circles. It's probably gearing up to leave, but it's not ready yet. So that may be a bit of a problem. Also, these acid puddles, they may not actually be acid puddles, but most of them will be. Some of them look darker, and I believe they're supposed to be the water, because, you know, it's reflecting the dark sky, because it's night time, but also some of them can still hurt you, so it's a bit odd. I was trying to talk to them, I couldn't. Hey Buzz, I've lost 5 pieces of luggage. If you can help find them for me, I'll give you a Pizza Planet token. I'm guessing those luggages are for the passenger/tourist types that we found while we were infiltrating the airport. I am not getting the chance shot, that's terrible. Again, enemies are pretty tough, so a green laser would be nice, but for now I'm just trying to get some coins along the way while making our way counterclockwise, effectively, backwards through the zone numbers. The zone numbers will help you with remembering where stuff is. So Zone 4 was Spawn, Zone 3 was the Tykes, Zone 2 is the big baggage car, along with, I believe, Rex, I think he's here, and obviously number 1 has the helicopter, which I believe we will go up there first, because normally for any high up areas you'll have to go to the middle there, climb that post, climb across and over the plane in order to jump to higher areas, but we can actually reach Area 1 without needing to do that. Also, I think this is normal puddle. No, that is acid. The airport little Tyke has lost his luggage. He's on Zone 3. Yeah, even if I try to turn up the sound effects so you can hear the voice clips, the turbines are just going to drown it out and it will give us a headache. That's why I had to turn it down. I think the PC version's got slightly weird audio levels. Slinky has a challenge for you. He's in the middle of the airport next to the central pole. By the way, if you can jump on the plane from the central pole. Thanks, Rex. Kind of just explained that already. There is a token being carried by the helicopter. Signal the helicopter to land when solving the light puzzle in Zone 1. You can use the zipline at the end of this trolley to reach the puzzle area. It's talking about that one right there. We'll do that in a second. The blacksmith boss is on the roof of the building in Zone 7. He is near the radar tower. Try to reach it by running down the wings of the plane. And finally, I think I saw Ham in Zone 5. Well, that's easy to remember, so he was actually ahead of Spawn. Now, even though I just read all of his lines there, because it's basically all the lines, just talking to him once in this level, if we have already talked to him once in every other level, gives us that achievement, so we don't have to worry about that. It's now just basically beating the game 100% to get that platinum. Also, you may have noticed I collected luggage in the cockpit here already, so we don't have to worry about that. But there is a 1-up on top, and I'm just trying to remember how to reach it. Oh, that helps. Oh no, it's not here. It's It's one of the luggage conveyors in a different zone. That's what I'm getting confused about. But you can get on top of your water. Let's grab this real quick. Thankfully, no electrical currents. Double jump and climb up here. And remember what I said in Elevator Hop, where you've got like a switch puzzle that kind of alternates different stuff? Well, again, we have buttons. We have red on, blue off, yellow on, red off, green on, yellow off, and blue on, red, green off. But we only get 3 chances to match what's on the top. So we need green on, but we need blue off. Well, I don't need the red on, so that would be nice. So we'll do that, because that will turn red on. Yellow is already on, but we don't need red on, so we can turn that off. And unfortunately, I've done this wrong. If you fail, it will reset, and you can try again. So now I still need to do the same puzzle. Dang it. So the answer is random. I've just got to figure out how to do it. So I need to turn green off first. No, I need to... That'll turn red off, which is fine. But I need to... Green is already on. Oh, I can just do this. No? Wait, I'm missing something. No. Okay, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I need to turn yellow off. I need to turn red on. There we are, did it. I even pressed the button wrong and I still did it. For some reason my brain swapped up and down. We were controlling the bottom ones, we had to match them with the top ones. That's a crafty battery. I don't need it though, thankfully, and I still haven't lost a life, which I think is my best record yet. So we'll grab all these coins along the way. Meanwhile, we can listen to this jamming techno beat, which my brother, Master Aaron, in his Let's Play, whipped out the webcam and did a little jive, and it's probably the best part of the video, or even the best part of the Let's Play, other than the special intro he made for every video. So please, again, check that out. That's the helicopter done. We can now move on. Also, ignore that white line next to the luggage. I just noticed it, and I pointed it out, but that's just a scaling issue, I assume. Obviously, this game is not supposed to run in a very high resolution. Also, I pressed jump. It ate my jump again. God damn it. Where's the green laser as well? That would be very useful. That do a lot of abuse. Right, I'm going to take this. Head to the middle real quick, because there's coins. Enemies as well. They drop coins. I don't think I knocked you out, so I'll do that real quick. I think the plane is right behind me. No, it's not. Well, it was coming up around. Let's take that real quick. Blast this way. Coin. A bit annoying that they keep spawning out of nowhere. Ah, zone 8 is that? Yep, so there's 9. There's 8 zones. I guess zone 9 would be the centre. And zone 8 is where the green laser is. So even though we've been firing a lot of lasers, we've now got green laser. So hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. 2 greens for the vultures. Saves you just spamming it because, again, there's a lot of enemies. I walked into him. That was unfortunate. Again, I'm just kind of zigzagging around trying to grab as many coins as possible. Battery, give me that. So we can't really do anything in Zone 8 without the plane. But I believe we can actually... Yep, there's luggage up there. You can actually see that. Thankfully with the wider field of range. Also, my green laser was going right through you. That's annoying because he was just out of range. Grabbing a lot of coins on the way, though. Which is nice because, you know... getting back to Zone 5, which is that far corner, we need 50 coins for Ham. So we'll be able to hand those in soon. Thank you, Rex, for your information. Right, this was the conveyor I was thinking of. There's the one-up. And this is the puddle that I do remember not being acid. Yeah, it's just a puddle. It's very odd. Like, another puddle I do remember in this level looking like that, but acts like acid. So, obviously, each puddle was individually programmed. Not like a preset, depending on how it looks, unfortunately. You'd think that would be the case. Also, I've almost got enough coinage. Now, unfortunately, we can't get into, well, Zone 7 or 6, because we need to hop off from the plane. So we're just going to have to keep making our way round. There's my 50 of coin. There's another coin there as well. Because I've been quite thorough, I had a few extra spare before I reached Ham, which is very nice. So we can just hand in the coins and move on. I'll still grab coins as I go, but I'm not exactly going to go out my way for them. again, it kind of gets quite annoying on how many coins are not easy to spot. There's actually a coin right next to him. Wow. Oh, that's the ticket. Here you go, Buzzy boy. I'm going to have to say it myself because we can't hear him. It's a shame. Honestly, no matter where that plane is, those turbines are constantly going. I'm glad I turned down the sound effects. It's just a bit awkward because I think voice volume is like separate from the sound effects in other versions. I mean, the audio balancing is much better on PlayStation. You don't even need to touch them when you boot up the game. It's PC that's a little bit on the odd side of that. But yeah, we're pretty much done. We've done a full lap around the area. We're back to Zone 4, which is that spawn. So I'm just going to go grab these boots real quick and blast to the middle. Bye! Aha! Do I need that? No, I'm actually almost at full battery. That's perfect. Right, let's talk to Slinky before we start climbing this pole and getting on top of the plane. Hi, Buzz. If you can reach the end of this path without jumping or touching the green slime, I'll give you a pizza player token. Yeah, it's very muddy here, so we need to stay on the dirt path, otherwise we're going to be jamming up our circuits. But, yeah, this... Are you kidding me? I was just about to say, this beginning chicane, you can actually walk over. Except for that corner, apparently. So the hitbox is a bit weird there. I don't normally get hit by there. I thought it was completely fine. Apparently not. But you can if you take it wide enough. So yeah, we can't jump. We can't touch the green slime. We basically got to ignore everything. Just follow the path. Be precise enough. Fast enough. Swift enough. And then we can make it to the token. Which we can see. It's right there. But we can't jump. Also, these lights, if we were allowed to jump, you can use those as stepping stones to get across the green slime if you're not making it to the dirt path, for example. So, really, any vantage point you could go across. There's a battery there, and I would like that now, because I did take a bit of damage there. But it's fine. We'll grab it later. There'll be other ample chances for batteries in this level. Again, it's a big level, so we can spin off to certain sections. Don't jump for it. It is level with you walking into it, because part of the chances to not jump, if you had to jump to grab it, it would disappear before you grab it. But there we are. That is now done. As I said, we can use these lights as stepping stones to get across a lot quicker. And then we can start climbing up here. I'm going to leave that battery for now. If I approach from that angle, then I might grab it. But basically, we need the plane just for areas 6, 7, and 8. And, of course, number 1 if you forgot to take the zip line. But it's mostly these 3 zones that we need it for. So hopefully, we can get onto the plane while it's approaching. And somehow the crew don't see a toy jumping onto the glass in front of them. They must be able to see where they're going. They just don't see a toy just running across. Let's blame it on the weather, shall we? I guess that's why it's raining. Thankfully, Buzz is waterproof. Right, let's go on here. Grab this luggage. We only got 1 more to grab, and that's in Zone 8. We've got that 1 up right there, the only 1 up in this level. Now, unless I do fail on jumping on the plane, I will be cutting out going back and forth. But, again, we don't really need to keep hopping onto it that often. So I should be fine. I mean, I did say I was going to keep climbing up and down the alleys and gullies if I kept falling, but I got incredibly lucky by not actually falling. I mean, I fell once, but that's because I was actually trying to show something and I failed. And I was right next to where we would start, so it wasn't too big. And we didn't go any further before then. But it's just in case, you know? I mean, these videos have been short enough. Except for the mid-episodes where they were a little bit long, but that's because I spaced it out in such a way that it would just make sense. Also, for the cutscenes of both Airport Infiltration and this level, it shows Buzz running across from, like, earlier on in the film on the N64 version. It's a little bit odd. Again, the movie cutscenes actually, for the most part, make sense, except for when you get the bonus ones for beating the game 100% before doing the final level. It kind of doesn't play it in order, and I didn't grab the ledge. Give me a second. That's the first cut. I got hit by the slime. That was a mistake. But you can see why I wanted to cut back to get into the middle, because if you don't get boots, it's going to take a little bit longer, and even when you get onto the plane, you've got to wait for it to cycle around to where you need to go. And I guess that gives me a little bit of time, actually, to explain that you can't just wait at the end of the wing, because, I mean, it's a sloped surface, right? It's also raining, which I doubt is actually programmed into the game, but is a sloped surface. If you notice where I'm standing right now, you can see I'm being pushed. I mean, it's moving as well. That doesn't help matters. So you can't just stand on the edge and just get ready. You have to keep kind of inching forward in order to be ready for your jump. So... there we go. That time I just barely made it. I mean, he probably would have grabbed it at that point if I did slip off. But yeah, a bit panicky that. So, Area 7, that we just saw who was on the left there. Where's this battery? There's a battery. Oh, it's over in that corner. Okay. If we land in this little area, then the boss fight will start. So I want to grab this. I managed to grab all the coins without even trying to. Anyway, defeat the blacksmith. This dude's annoying as hell. Spin into him, run away. I haven't seen the shockwave. They're freaking point blank range, just rude. I didn't even see it. Spin into him, then run away, and then jump away from him with a double jump at the very end of the shockwave's life. Otherwise, it will hit you. This homing shockwave is quite hard to avoid, honestly. He can do a lot of damage to you with this. He's basically the prospector with homing shots. And that makes him more difficult because, again, he is so bulky that your laser doesn't phase him. But then again, I guess if you were a blacksmith, fire wouldn't really bother you very much because you'd be used to the heat. My wings went right through him and it didn't count. Hello? I mean, you know when it counts when you see those white stars ping off the enemy. And standing up here, by the way, is not a safe spot. Unless he's not looking at me, so I can just spin a him in style. But the shockwave can follow you up elevations. Not when you're jumping, but if you're standing on the edge, like this, it can still track you and hit you. It's kinda dickish. But he is definitely the toughest of the 3 Roundup bosses. Alright. With that, we've only got one more left to do, and that is to find the last luggage, which is on Area 8. Now, we can wait for the plane, but it's not going to do us much good because the plane's wing is higher than where we're standing. That's how we were able to just barely make the jump to begin with to Zone 7. So we will unfortunately need to go back to the centre in order to jump onto the plane, get across, in order to get to the luggage on Zone 8. And I messed that jump up. Where is that battery? Because I would like almost a full battery before we, you know, wrap this up. Although I do have my tricks, of which I will be showcasing. Yeah, I'm not cutting this particular attempt out because we kind of need to... It's kind of intended. So, this is the route, unfortunately. But yeah, this game is very fun to play. Doesn't really need the rewind feature because, again, with the Mario 64 kind of design, you don't really require it, but it's just, you know, a quality of life thing on that they've included on the PS4 and 5 versions. Save states as well, but again, you don't really need that. This game is obviously a kid's game. It's not like back in the day on the Super Nintendo where Toy Story 1 and The Lion King were very difficult to play. Like, they were intentionally made incredibly difficult to counter blockbusters and other rental services. But then you also have those cheats and different modes to give you extra lives and all that. I mean, honestly, if you're going to play The Lion King, just play it on easy mode because it just gives you 9 lives. It's the only change. But yeah, Toy Story 1, I haven't actually played all the way through, but I do know that the Mega Drive version is the most complete version. So that's a thing. I need to get to Zone 3, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge. I need to find some boots. Otherwise, it's going to be a long sprint. There's some boots. Give me those. And I have played The Lion King. I do have it on Super Nintendo, but it is available on Switch as well. Not through NSO, but through the Disney Collection Pack, which is available on every device. I want that battery before we leave. That was a lucky find. Give me that. Ah, it's full charge. Hell yeah. Perfect. For once we hand in the Tyke's luggage, we're going to hop onto a plane ourselves in order to rescue Woody, so we've got to be prepared. Thanks for finding my luggage, Buzz. Here's a pizza plate token. There we are. Let's catch a plane. The last 5 tokens. Now, you can't actually access the final boss unless you have at least 40 tokens out of 50. So, if you were playing any other version that isn't the N64 version, you'd get the next movie scene for getting all 50 tokens if you got all 50 at this point. Now, no matter where you get it, I'm guessing they intend you to actually backtrack 100% after you beat the game, so that the cutscene makes sense. The movie clip that they give you for the cutscene is when Woody and Jesse are literally trying to get off the plane as it's taking off. But we just had the cutscene of them trying to board the plane, and we haven't done the boss on the plane yet. Yeah, it's a bit weird. So I think you're supposed to get that after the fact, but then you're getting that scene after you have all the ending credit scenes of them saying, you know, they're all back at Andy's house and all that, which is even more insane. I don't know why getting all 50 gives you that cutscene of all things. It's a bit weird. But I wanted to make mention of that before we engage. Now, if they can get the Prospector out of the way, the toys can make it home before Andy returns. The Prospector's Showdown. It's a mess. There's Woody! Glorious low poly glory! The Roundup gang bosses are here. Walk away so they all de-render. Also, the camera is going to be very janky in this level because the plane is maneuvering. Keep edging forward to only render the gunslinger. And just let him walk towards you so the other 2 are out of the way. Lock onto him, and we don't have to hit him with just charge lasers, although obviously that would be better for damage. The energy bar is shared between all 3, so it's not exactly a good metric. Just keep wailing on the gunslinger by doing this technique, which is the easiest way to take him out. Just jump over his bullets in order to knock him down. Once he's done, we then want to take out the Prospector. Stinky Pete's up next. We want to get him away from the blacksmith because they both have the same attacks, but the blacksmith, obviously we just fought, he has homing shots, which makes things a lot more of a pain. But we also need to be able to maneuver around Stinky Pete, so we need to make him get away. Also, how did he sneak back on the plane when we were stuck on the tarmac? That was the problem. He must have snuck on board in order to try one more time and gather the squad, instead of splitting them up to slow us down. No, I didn't get the circle press. My battery is failing, but that's 2 down, 1 to go. We already fought the blacksmith. Let's get in there. Yeah, I jumped too early. That was the problem. I didn't spin into him. Yeah, the problem is this shockwave actually does outspeed you, so you do need a double jump at the end of it in order to properly dodge it. I didn't do that right. Yep, I landed on it. That's a problem. I jumped into him. That's also a problem. Okay, I'm failing at this pretty badly. Let me get back into the rhythm of things here. I missed him. I jumped too early. Ow! Is this going to be the point where I finally lose a life? Probably. I thought I took contact damage there. That was pretty bad. Hey! Just got him! Final hit! No lives lost. There's no achievement for that, annoyingly enough. But I managed to do it. Happy days. And with that, we rescued Woody, as well as Jesse and Bullseye. Buzz Lightyear, Woody, and the rest of the gang make it safely back to Andy's house. Woody and Buzz promise to remain best friends for infinity and beyond. We have won the game! Pretty basic scream. But look at that grin. He knows he did well. They won! That's it. That's the game. I mean, obviously the N64 final slideshow's kind of bland. It's just a group shot, the promo group shot, and just generic ending sort of thing. It's obviously a lot better with the movie clip once again at the very end. Especially since that, you know, it said, I won, with Woody doing the, you know, the CDI link thing when it says game 1 on that screen. Right before then, you have that little clip where they're like, Stinky Pete, it's time you learnt the true meaning of playtime. I mean, we played around with him. Hopefully he appreciated that. But yeah, I'm actually on the PS4 version again, because while the credits are going, I can confirm that we do have all of the trophies right here. Obviously, I'll put them in the description once again, as I usually do. That's really the only reason why I came back to this version, to show off that I do, in fact, have all of the achievements. Because I had the auto snapshot happen when you get in a trophy, and then I took the graphic from that and edited it into the video, so it was so much easier. That was the idea. But on the N64 version, the credits will roll, but they look very low res. The words are massive, and it's, you know, when Buzz is pondering as to how to start the search for Woody before they leave. But here we get the promo images, which, ironically enough, seems a lot better, but it does not... It's just weird and unsettling about the N64 version. Hell, the options on N64 is just music and sound effects. There's, like, nothing else. There's no, like, adjustment of the screen for, like, overscan, or even options for Rumble, because you just pop in the Rumble pack. And ironically enough, just me saying that, we've just gone back to the beginning of the game here, that it just kicks you back into the title screen. If you don't, even if you do save after the Prospector with the final showdown, you still have to go through all these again. Back to the title screen. Obviously, I had to cut out the scenes again. But yeah, that is Toy Story 2. I hope you enjoyed it. One of my favourite games of all time back in the day, and it's so easy to just blast through and play the game. Ironically enough, it actually starts you as a new game here. If I want to have continue back, I have to actually reload my save. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that it not have all the movies here. Yeah, I can't actually choose any of the movies. I guess I'll show that off, because there's no actual bonuses for me to cover. There was only one regional difference, other than the splash screen for E for everyone, because Peggy wasn't a thing at that time in the UK and Europe. So that's an interesting thing, I guess. And of course, as I said, the save screen, we've seen it, it's different for PC. But yeah, the only thing I guess I can show off is just the fact that we do have, in fact, all of the movie scenes, so you wouldn't see these otherwise. But even then, they are just the PNGs that you would see from the N64 version. In fact, maybe they are the ones used in the N64 version, because they're quite low res. And even then, some of these we don't even have. Like in the car, Woody whistling for Bullseye. We don't get any of those scenes. It focuses on solely Buzz. But yeah, that, I don't have much else to say really. It's just a short, nice, fun, click-to-form 3D platform in the vein of Super Mario 64 Disney Pixar game. And we've already covered some Disney games that are pretty awesome back in the day as well. In fact, for the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, we had Disney's Haunted Mansion. That's a great game. And of course, you got Kingdom Hearts. That's a no-brainer. Which Toy Story actually does appear as a featured world in Kingdom Hearts 3. It'll be a while before we get to that, because apparently that's supposed to be 2.5, ironically enough. But yeah, other than that, that is going to be the end for this project. So thank you guys for joining in and watching, and I hope to see you in the next project that we do. Short and sweet, to the point. I'll see you guys next time.